My attendance dropped to around 30-40%. I got into a cyber cafe and delved deep into Counter-Strike. My parents were disappointed in me. I was left with basically nothing. That was my dream. It crashed down onto me. I was not able to do this, but I think we can solve it using tech. When I look back, I've built a million-dollar corporation. Hi, this is Sushant. I'm the co-founder of Examarly. Examarly curates the internet for the end user in a personalized manner. And today I'm going to take you on my journey of how I built a million-dollar educational firm after being a college dropout. So life started off in Prayagraj. Prayagraj is a really small town. I'm born in a middle-class family. My father is a development officer in LIC and my mother is a secondary government teacher. Right from the start, in my school days, I always hated going to school, to be honest. After 10th, my attendance dropped to around 30-40%. I really hated the concept of studying all the subjects, even subjects that I'm not interested in, and always questioned the very basic concept of schooling in India. Like the practicals were only for one period and most of the classes were for theory. And I really early on in my life, I decided that this is not something that is for me. So my brother is an IITian. After he cracked IITian, a lot of pressure was on me, and I also dreamed about going to IITians, going to that prestigious A-level college in our country. And for that, I got enrolled in a coaching institution in Kota, studied for like 3 months, studied really hard, scored great, but like lost motivation. So Kota had many distractions to serve to people who are not going to coaching institution, and that was actually 70% of the population. I got into a cyber cafe and delved deep into Counter-Strike, and I was really good at that. So I was like one of the top 3 players on my server, and it was a really nice time, but I knew that I was running away from my dream, and day in and day out, it was crashing onto me. I spent hours and hours, like even days locked up inside those cyber cafes. Inside, I knew that that dream of going to IITs has crashed. So spent a lot of time really depressed, came back home, and my parents were disappointed in me, but they always gave me a chance. Then I started questioning, why did I want to go to IIT? Why did anyone in our country wants to go to an IIT? It's not about going to a prestigious institution. It's not about the knowledge. It's about getting into an A-level job, making lakhs and crores of rupees. So that is the primary question that I was after. Like, can it not be done without even going to a formal institution for education? We are living in an information age, right? So education, knowledge, everything is available freely. And that was my question, like, can I not learn everything on my own? And internet gave me that answer that I can do it. Google gave me that answer that I can do it. And I started exploring. And finance was something that I really loved and dived deep into it. Now the problem with internet is you get a lot of information, but that information is not really well curated for your needs. So that is the core area that I was facing the most difficulties in. मैं स्टार्टिंग से स्टार्ट करता था, इंटरमीडिएट पे पहुंचता था, फिर मुझे कोर्स मिलता था जो मुझे बिगिनिंग से एडवांस तक की प्रॉमिस करता था, बट बाय द टाइम आई गॉट टू इंटरमीडिएट आई रियली लॉस्ट मोटिवेशन. बट आई वॉज really focused on the goal. I did manage to learn everything, cracked a job in core finance, worked for some time there, and I was introduced to blockchain. I was working in an MNC that are based out of Hong Kong, and they were trading cryptocurrencies. And right at that point of time, RBI gave a regulation that it's illegal to trade in cryptocurrencies. I got calls from my parents that, are you delving into something that is illegal? And I had to face a lot of questions. And right at that point of time, the firm closed down, and I was left with basically nothing. That was something that was my dream. It crashed down onto me. So right at that point of time, my brother was preparing for UPSC, and he had given 2 successive attempts and failed at both of them. So we sat down together, and I had developed this really great framework of how you can go about self-study. And I gave that framework to him. Now putting that on UPSC is really difficult, because you see UPSC is a really diverse exam, एंड आपको बहुत सारी चीज़ों में, यानी आपको बहुत सारे सब्जेक्ट्स हैं, देयर इज पॉलिटी, देयर इज जीएस, देयर इज ज्योग्राफी, एंड you have to put it together and keep your attention above a certain level. Now putting that framework in place on a manual level is next to impossible. My brother did try it, but he couldn't succeed. In the third attempt he failed, and he called me up and said that, okay, I was not able to do this, but I think we can solve it using tech. So me and my brother, we got together, we sat around for 3 months, dive deep into the core concept, and at the starting we were not confident that curating the content and giving the aspirant a self-paced plan would be enough for him to crack the exams. We thought that we need to develop content, and that was the direction Examarly was taking. So right about 2 months into development, one of our mentors pointed out that content is a flavor. Many people have many flavors. So that was not something that we wanted to do. And then we dropped the idea of making content, and we started curating content from the free internet. So what happened is we started a POC, a proof of concept, and in that POC we were able to cut down the preparation time for UPSC by half, and we provided a score improvisation of around 20% within 15 to 20 days. So this really gave us the confidence to go to our family and ask for some starting capital from them. Our mother held us with some money, and we started building a team around it. This year in March we launched Examarly, and we have around 20,000 users currently with us on the platform that are using Examarly, and they are really loving it. So Examarly is currently valued at more than $1 million. So now when I look back at my journey, and I was this person who had failed like many times, and who actually didn't know what he is going to do. He was exploring, and I'm still exploring. I want to say to all of you that if things are not going great in your life, it's okay to just explore. It's okay to fail. It's okay to not be interested in something that you are currently pursuing. Eventually everything does fall into place. You just need to relax, take a step back, and maybe think, maybe be curious, and just explore, maybe switch career paths and do what you love. I'm a person that has failed multiple times in his life, and today when I look back, I've built a $1 million corporation, and I think we can do the same.
अगर आप भी इस वीडियो के एंड तक पहुंच गए हैं तो मेरी तरह ही आप भी इंस्पायर जरूर हुए होंगे। आपको भी मोटिवेशन मिली होगी अपने सपनों को पूरा करने की। दोस्तों, सपने तो हम सभी देखते हैं, लेकिन हम में से कुछ ही लोग अपने सपनों को पूरा करने में सक्सेसफुल हो पाते हैं। मैं आपको बताना चाहती हूं कि जो भी इंसान अपने गोल्स को अचीव करने में सक्सेसफुल होता है, उन सभी में कुछ कॉमन स्किल्स होती हैं, जैसे कि अच्छी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, जो कि स्पोकन इंग्लिश से आती हैं। और दोस्तों, हम सभी इस स्किल को मास्टर करके अपनी लाइफ में आगे बढ़ सकते हैं जोश स्किल्स ऐप के साथ। इस ऐप में हम 1 by 1 वोकैबुलरी के नए वर्ड्स, ग्रामर प्रैक्टिसेस, रीडिंग और राइटिंग प्रैक्टिसेस के साथ साथ अपने जैसे अन्य हजारों स्टूडेंट्स के साथ ऑनलाइन इंग्लिश में लाइव बात करके अपनी इंग्लिश को वर्ल्ड क्लास बना सकते हैं। आज ही अपनी सक्सेस की तरफ पहला कदम लें, भारत के नंबर 1 स्पोकन इंग्लिश ऐप जोश स्किल्स के साथ।